Have you ever wondered why certain properties are taxable and others aren't when you go to shop for a piece of land or house? Well, today we're going to dive into this. So if you're interested in looking at things from an income tax perspective, I suggest you to check out this video over here. But here the focus is on sales tax. So whether it's the federal tax or the provincial tax, what makes a piece of property taxable? Well, the quick and dirty answer to this is if this property is sold by a business, or if there was any business operated on this property, then this sale is taxable. And if this sale is from a personal perspective, then it is not taxable. But there is a gray area between the two, and this is where I fell into. And this gray area is when you have a piece of property, let's say a vacant land, and you subdivide this piece of property into more than 2 lots. So when I bought a piece of land many years ago, I bought 51 acres of land, and the 51 acres had 6 buildable lots. And these buildable lots were all next to the main highway, and I just hated the configuration. And my goal was to create other lots to be able to sell to my friends and to create a small community. And in the process of doing so, what we had to do, me and the land surveyor, is we had to combine all those lots together to then be able to re-subdivide them. So even though I started with 6 buildable lots and I transferred to 6 new buildable lots, because it had to be merged together and then subdivided into more than 2 lots, I automatically fell into that category where these lots were taxable. So every time I sold a piece of property to friends, I had to charge the federal and provincial sales tax. So you can see that this is a disadvantage. If you're a developer or if you're just someone trying to make a bit of profit from a piece of property that you find interesting and that you purchase, and then you decide a few years down the line, well, I'm just going to subdivide it because I think I could make a little bit more money. But you realize that by doing so, you have to charge taxes. And we'll get into how the builder or the person that buys this property can redeem some of those taxes back after they put a property on it, a house, a building. But in the meantime, if you're selling a piece of property for $100,000 and this person has to pay tax on it, well, you could see that this sale at $115,000 is disadvantaged compared to another piece of property that's sold at $100,000 but is exempt from charging taxes. So for the specifics about what makes a piece of property taxable or not, I'll refer to you to a few of the links from the government in the description below. And within those links, you'll see that if you sell a piece of property that should have been taxable to a family member or a former spouse, there is ways of taking what should have been a taxable sale and make it tax exempt. So I suggest you guys, if you're interested in this and you want to get into this very specific details, to take a look at those links. So the question I have for you guys here is, let's say you have a choice between subdividing a piece of property that you bought for $100,000 into 2 lots, and those 2 lots you could sell for $100,000 each for a total of $200,000, or you have the choice of subdividing it into 3 lots, and each of those lots you could sell for $75,000 since they're smaller, to a total of $225,000. But that sale price is the price that includes the taxes, because we're not talking about people's willingness to pay and everything else. So let's say the total amount that you get, the total revenue generated, is $225,000 or $200,000. Well, which one makes you have more money in terms of revenue after you've paid off that portion of sales tax back to the government? Look into it, and you'll have another series of exercises to do for the in-class portion of this class. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you found this video interesting, please consider subscribing or joining my class where I guide you to apply and expand on the information found in these videos to real-life examples. Have a good day.